Many of you are here for the very first time, and I would like to encourage you to subscribe so that you may be able to get more videos as I upload them in real time. This is the third and final part of the How to Apply to Canada series. The part 1 and part 2 should be somewhere on your screens right now, and this will be the last part. In today's video, I'm just going to take you through the step-by-step of applying for the Canadian visa on my laptop. So this is more of a tutorial than the previous videos. So let's go. To apply for the Canadian visa, the first thing you need to do is to go to www.canada.ca, and this applies for all types of visas. Whether you're applying for a work permit or a study permit, you will go through the same process. So you will come to www.canada.ca, select your language. Once you get here, if you need information, you can go to immigrate, you can go to work, you can go to visit to get information about how to immigrate to Canada. But if you already got your information and now you're ready to apply, you will come and click on My Application. In My Application, you'll sign in or create an account. If you've already applied before, you'll just sign in. If you've not applied before, you will create an account. So you have two options here. If you come from a country that has SDS, you go to sign in with a sign-in partner. That means you already have a bank account in Canada that you've stored some money in. If not, you will select sign in with GICKey. But currently you don't have any account, so select register. When you come to register, you register for IRCC secure account. It gives you the process of registering. We want to register with GCKey. That's what I think most of you will be registering with. Otherwise, if you have a bank account in Canada, you can register with a sign-in partner. So sign in with GCKey. Click on it, it will open. You will select sign up. It will give you the terms and conditions. If you don't accept them, you decline and you get out. That's how it is. Otherwise, you accept. Create a username. Select a username. Which username should we use? Uncle Polo 2022. Click on continue. Create your password, something that you can remember. It will prompt you for create your recovery questions and answers. These are questions and answers that you'll use in case you forget your password to recover your account. Then continue. So you've created a GCKey. Continue. Then you have terms and conditions. Remember, it's your choice to accept or not to accept. But if you don't accept, then that's where your application ends. Otherwise, you have to accept and continue the application. Okay, so now we are creating the account. Name. What's your given name? What do we mean by given name? Sometimes we call it the first name. So for given name, I will say it's Uncle. So for security reasons, I'm going to create all these and then we'll come back later. I'll continue after creating them. Okay, then you'll be prompted for the preferred language. For me, it's English. So you can choose English or French. Then continue. Again, we're in security questions. These are the questions that you'll be asked as you're logging into your account. So every time you log into your account, they will ask you for these security questions. So you should remember the answers. of all of them, because they'll ask randomly. Sometimes they'll ask you the first question, sometimes the second, sometimes the last one. So you must know all the answers. I'll just do this very fast and then we shall continue after I've put my questions. You may get an error like this one. That means the question must have at least 10 characters. So now we are through to the next level. The next thing you want to do after this is to click on Apply to come to Canada. It will ask you if you have a personal reference code. Since it's your first time to apply, you may not have this. But if you've done document checklist before you started your application, then you probably have the reference code. Now, if you don't have it, if you have it, you write it here because the code gives you the kind of documents you need. If not, you'll come here and say, I don't have a personal reference code. You choose which kind of application you want to make to determine your eligibility, study, visa, work permit. So these are the questions that helps you to get a checklist. What would you like to do in Canada? Study. How long are you planning to stay in Canada? Temporary, more than 6 months. Please don't make a mistake and choose permanently. It's temporary, okay? Temporarily, more than 6 months. Select the code that matches one of your passports. Select your country. Let's say I would like to choose a different country. For example, I'll be from Bangladesh. I love that country, so I'm from Bangladesh. Where is your current country or territory? What is your current country of residence? So please try to make sure you're applying from your home country. Applying from a different country may work, but most times you'll get a rejection. I'm not saying it's 100% you'll get a rejection, but it's usually pretty difficult to get from a different country, from a foreign country. So I would advise you to go back home if you're not in your home country and apply from there. It's much easier that way. So I'll say, since I chose Bangladesh, I'm in Bangladesh. Do you have a family member who is a Canadian citizen or permanent resident? I want to assume you don't have, but if you have, you'd say yes. I'm going to say no. I'll say no here because I don't have. I don't know about you. What is your date of birth? I'll just select any date. I just want to be old enough to apply by myself. I don't want to select a date where I'm too young. 16th March 1996. Next, we want to find out if you're eligible. Are you a permanent resident of US? No. I am assuming you're not, but if you are, then you select yes. Have you been accepted to a designated learning institution? Please make sure the school you've applied to is a designated learning institution. If you don't know whether your school is a designated learning institution, you will come to stillcanada.ca, write on Google designated learning institutions Canada. It will open for you this website here. You will come down, select the province that the school is located. Let's say it's in Manitoba. Then you can start typing the name of your school. For example, University of Manitoba. So the school is here. What you want to make sure your school does, it offers PGWP. Make sure all the programs, make sure it says yes. If it says details, please read through to make sure that the program you applied to is accepted for PGWP. Not all programs in these institutions offer PGWP. So you have to make sure, one, it is a DLI, that it has a DLI number like this one, and two, it has PGWP programs only. So if we check, for example, British Columbia, I'm just going to do this. So for example, Coastal Pacific Aviation has programs with PGWP, but others don't have PGWP. So if you go here to this institution, click on details, it will tell you the conditions you require to get PGWP. Okay, it must have PGWP because you want to stay here after your education. So we'll come back to our questionnaire. Have you been accepted? Yes. You must make sure you're DLI. You click next. What is your marital status? If you're married, please select you're married. If not, single. What is your province of destination, where your school is located? I'll select British Columbia. Next. You may be eligible to come to Canada as a student. Yes! We're now in business. Continue. Okay. You're almost there, but we still have some questions. It's a process, my friend. It's a process. Patience pays. We are going to ask a few more questions based on your answers to provide you the personal checklist. So the next questions will determine which documents you need to supply as your application package. Do you have a valid work permit or study permit? No. If you have, you state that, but for now we are assuming it's a fresh application, so no. Next. Are you an exchange student? No. If you're an exchange student, please select yes. It will determine which documents you have to hand in. Is work an essential part of your course? So some programs have what they call co-op. If your letter from the school says you need to have a co-op work permit, make sure you apply for a co-op work permit also. So here you select yes. But if your program doesn't have, you select no. Are you a spouse or a partner or someone who is already in Canada? I'm going to say no. But if there is, then you say yes. Are you a recipient of a scholarship? If you have a scholarship, say yes. If you don't have, no. So if you have a scholarship, that means they won't ask you for bank statement. That's why they ask such questions. Next. Are you accompanying a family member that has status in Canada? If you have a family member with status in Canada, you select yes. I'm going to say no. For me, I didn't have, so I said no. Next. Have you ever committed an offense or been arrested? Ooh, I hope you've never. But if you have, say yes. If you've never, say no. Have you had a medical examination by IRCC? That means, have you ever applied for Canada visa before and asked to do medical examination within 1 year? If it was longer than 1 year, you have to do it again. If not, then if you've done it before and it's less than 1 year before, then you don't need to do it. So here I'll say no, because most people will not have done it. Have you visited or lived in any of the designated 6 countries? Most of us have done that. So please check the list of the designated countries, but if you're from Africa, from Asia, most likely you are part of those countries. So if you've lived in your home country for more than 6 months and you're from Africa or Asia, most likely your country is designated, so you'll say yes. So it means you must do medical examination. Based on your answers, you need a medical exam performed by an authorized doctor. Okay. Next. Do you want to submit an application for a family member? I want to say no for this part. But if you're applying for a family member, say yes. Okay. Are you giving someone access to your account? If you're using an agent, say yes. If you want someone to help you in the application process, you say yes. Otherwise, you can say no if you're applying for yourself. In the past 10 years, have you given fingerprints or photo, that's biometrics, to apply for Canada? I want to assume you have not, so you'll say no. Next. Will you accept to pay the fees, application fees? I want to believe you will. Yes, I will pay my application fees. Next. Can you make a digital copy of your documents? Yes. You either scan or take a photo using your camera. Will you be paying your application fees online using Visa or MasterCard? I think yes, you should try to get that. It's the easiest way and most convenient. Next. Okay, these are the answers you've given. Come down, press continue. Okay, so they'll inform you how to submit your applications, all that. So you read through all that, then you come and say yes, continue. So once you finished all that, now you have the documents that you need. You'll come to this document, right click on it, and open in a new tab. It will download the document, and then you will fill it in from your own PC. Okay. When you finished filling it in, please don't click on it, because if you click on it, this is what you'll get. Okay. So to make sure you're able to download it, you right click on it and then open in a new tab. So you will download all these documents that you need, fill them in, then re-upload them, pay the required amount, and that's the whole application process. It's a bit tedious, but once you finish it, yeah, it has a good feeling to it. So after writing a letter of acceptance, you'll upload it here. You'll upload your passport, your proof of financial support, a digital photo. You'll upload it, but it may not be required because they'll take your photos when you go for biometrics. A medical exam request form. Please click on this and download this medical form also. Okay. Family information. Download this form and fill it in with your family members. Please fill in all your nuclear family members. That is your parents, your siblings, your spouse if you're married, and your children, including adopted children and any other children that you may have. So once you finish uploading all those documents and paying the required fee, it will open for you the submit button. You click on the submit button and all your documents will go, and that is the whole application process from A to Z completed. If you have any questions, write them down in the comment section. I'll be answering them. If there's something that is not very clear, please do let me know. Otherwise, I hope I've answered all your questions in as far as the application process is concerned. In my next video, I'll talk to you about how to get full scholarship in Canada for Masters and PhD students. So, stay tuned and see you in the next video.